Good morning, Kiwinhan. This is your machine, the Breville Barista Express BES870 in brushed stainless steel. As you saw in the photos, it's in good condition. This machine actually had no issues, so I finished the service yesterday. Perfect. It's like new on the inside, works perfectly. And on the outside, being a used machine, on the outside you've got a few scratches, a dent here, a few scratches on the front panel as well. But most of the wear and tear is on the front. And nothing too bad, honestly. What's important is that the machine works perfectly, and in this video I'll show you that. So I'll make my morning espresso on it. So I'll teach you how to make coffee if this is your first coffee machine, but I'm also going to teach you a few tips and tricks for this model in particular. So this model is a single boiler unit, so when you turn it on, it usually takes a minute to reach temperature, not too long. When these buttons are lit up, that means the boiler is at 93 degrees. So give it a few seconds. I was using the machine just before. That means the boiler is up to temperature now. But if you want to warm up the machine and get a hot cup of coffee, you want to either wait 20 minutes, 10 or 20 minutes for the boiler to warm up, the top lid, the portafilter and the internals as well. Or you can warm up these components by running a blank shot. So a blank shot means, you have the portafilter on, no coffee obviously, and you have your empty cup here, and you just run hot water. So this will warm the cup, the portafilter, and bring everything up to temperature. So you can do this in a hurry you can do this when you're in a hurry and you don't want to wait 10 or 20 minutes. This is also going to clean the machine, so if there's any sort of residual coffee or oils, this will flush things out as well. So I like doing it as well on my machine. After that, you want to take out the portafilter and dry it. You want to start with a dry portafilter, otherwise the coffee will get soggy, which is not good. I'm going to use my scale to measure the in and out, so the input and output of the machine. So the basket here is the double basket. Your machine actually comes with the full complement of baskets, so all four. Your machine comes with the dual wall baskets and the single wall baskets. In short, the single wall baskets, such as this one, will have multiple holes underneath and are maybe a bit harder to use, but they'll give you a better cup of coffee. Whereas the ones with the dual wall written on them, so this one says dual wall, these ones are easier to use, but they won't give you as good coffee. So I'm going to use this one. This one takes 18 grams. It's a double basket, but it actually, you use it for one drink, so you don't need to split it to 2 drinks. But if you wanted to, you can, just because the spouts are split as well. Right, I'm going to put the cup on the side. Maybe here. Now, with the grind size, I think I changed the grind size to number 3 yesterday. I'm just going to get rid of some of it, so that we start with a fresh batch. Right. So put on your portafilter, select your grind amount. For me, I like to start testing at the 12 o'clock mark and keeping it on single. I also like to do it in 2 steps rather than 1 step. I feel like with 2 steps you can reduce the mess and the wastage of coffee. That's good. So when I do in 2 steps, obviously I want to do the 18 grams in halves, so 9 grams and 9 grams. So now I just got 7.5 grams, so I'm going to increase my dose just a little bit. That's about 9 grams. So I'll keep this on around 2 o'clock position. What I'm doing here is I'm topping up the coffee. So if you press it once, it'll grind for this long. But if you hold it, it'll actually manually time the grind amount. So it'll only grind for as long as you hold. Okay, so that's 9 grams. I'll press it again, see how much we get at 2 o'clock position. Perfect. Looks good. Gonna measure it again. That's 18.2. Yeah, so keep it at 2 o'clock will give you around 9 grams. What I'll do next is I'm gonna spread the coffee with my fingers. So you want to spread the coffee before pressing it, because if you press on an uneven surface, you will get uneven pressure around the coffee grounds. Okay, grab the tamper, press nice and firm with even pressure all across. Yeah, so that's that. You will notice how deep the temper went. I say this to everyone, it's a really good tip. If you don't have a scale, or if you're not sure how much coffee to put in, you can use the razor tool. This is the razor tool. It will, if you have too much coffee, it will scrape off the excess. But in this case, it's not even touching because I've got the correct dose. I've got exactly 18 grams, or 18.2. And so the depth of the temper here, the silver part, is sort of the correct dose level. So if you have 18 grams correctly dosed in, and you press nice and firm, and the temper goes this deep, then this is a good indication that you have the correct dose. If the temper is too high and you can't press any harder, then that's too much coffee. And also if the temper is too low into the basket, then that's too little coffee. So just look at the depth after you temp. This is what it looks like. It's a nice smooth bed of coffee, about half a centimeter, maybe a centimeter from the edge. You also want to clean the edges before you lock it in. Lock it in. I'm going to get rid of this hot water here. You can add your sugar, syrups, whatever you like to add to your coffee before the espresso, so that as the espresso comes down, it's nicely mixed. Alright. Now I'm going to use my scale again to measure the output. We want to get double of what we put in. So we put in 18, we want to get 36 grams. Hopefully within 25 seconds, or around 25 seconds, if we have the settings right. If it's much quicker than 25 seconds to get the 36 grams, or about half of this cup is about 36 grams. If we get that much in a minute, then that's way too long, and that means we need to grind coarser. If we get that amount in only 10 seconds, then that's too quick. So we want to grind finer to slow it down. So that's why there's a grind size adjustment, so that you can speed or slow down your coffee extraction. Also, you want to use fresh beans, because if you're not using fresh beans, the coffee will be quick and sour and low pressure, almost always. The buttons here are programmable, so you can change the length to whatever you like. From factory, they come pre-programmed, a little bit too long for my taste. So I like to change them. This one will give me around 80 grams of coffee, which is 60 grams of coffee, which is too much for a double shot. Usually, I'd like to stay within 30 to 40 grams for a double shot. This one will give me 60 grams, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to reprogram it. So to reprogram, you press program, and then you press the button you want to program, wait for the machine to make the coffee, and then stop it when you are happy with the amount it gives you. Let's make the coffee now. I'm also going to time it. Keep an eye on the flow and the pressure. You want the pressure to be in the gray zone for optimal coffee. And it's just at the end of the gray zone now. It's at 1 o'clock pressure. It looks very nice. It's a nice smooth flow. Maybe just a little bit too high pressure, but that's fine. The machine is coping well. I'll stop it right there. That's 27 seconds, so very, very good timing. We got good crema, good pressure at 12 or 1 o'clock. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good shot. That's 35.2, so very close to what I was hoping for. If you want a visual indication, 35 grams, 35.3. It's about half of this shot glass. Yeah, so that's the espresso. Looks very nice. I'm looking forward to having it. If you want to convert this into an Americano, you just add hot water. Got a hot water tap right there. Will give you clean hot water. Also, you can make this into a latte or a cappuccino by steaming milk. I don't have any milk left today, so I'll have to show you the steaming pressure. So you turn it on, you wait 10 or 15 seconds and it'll start steaming. Yeah, so you turn it off. It'll give you about 5 seconds for you to position your jug. Turn it back on. Steam, steam, steam. You want to learn the technique. It will require a bit of practice. So you need to put the correct amount of milk. You need to position it at the edge of the jug and keep the milk spinning, etc. And when you turn it off, you want to wipe the wand. Very important to wipe it. I'm going to wipe it now. Why not? And then after that, the machine will cool down. It'll cool down, it'll re-enter the espresso mode. You see the buttons light up. That means it's ready to make another coffee. Yeah, so that's how you steam the milk. You also don't forget to clean the espresso machine. Espresso puck. Take out the portafilter, knock it into a bin or a knock box, and then rinse. So to rinse, just press the double. Yeah, so very easy. Keep the machine dry, keep it clean, and it'll last you years and years. Also wipe the grip head. I like to wipe it to just get rid of that extra dirt that sometimes remains after cleaning. So coffee grounds or oils on the shower screen or on the grip head. And then in storage, when you're not making coffee, you just lock it up to here. You don't have to lock it all the way since you're not making a coffee at the moment. I think that's everything. I'm sure you'll love the machine. If you have any questions or concerns or how to use the machine, etc., just message me. Feel free to ask me any questions. And yeah, that's the Barista Express. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll receive it soon. Cheers.